What's going on, everyone? This is Harry, aka the Brand Builder. I've been gone for a while, but guess what? I'm back and I'm making a video today. And the title of it is going to be What I Learned in the Last 30 Days of Selling. So now that I got that out of the way, because I didn't prepare any notes for this video, now that I got that out of the way, let's do some housekeeping. First of all, number one, make sure you subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new and maybe you just bumped into this video by accident. But if you're new, make sure you subscribe because there's going to be some nuggets in this video. You're going to want to be subscribed to this channel. Do not miss out. Number two, look in the description and there's going to be some links to some stuff that will help you out to follow the journey. Also, I know there's not a lot of people on Twitter, but follow me on Twitter. And also, here's a new one. Follow me on Instagram. There's not too much stuff going on my Instagram except for personal pictures of personal self-development, but follow me anyway, right? Because there's going to be a lot of different things I'm going to be posting coming up soon that will be helpful to you. So make sure you go to those links, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. And third, hit the like button. So now that all the housekeeping is done, let me tell you what's going on right now. All right, so I am back. I am doing sales now. I am involved in sales again, and I'm back strong, all right? It's not the usual thing. This is hardcore, right? So these packages here are packages I have to take to the post office today. I could schedule a pickup, but I'd rather not. So I have to take these packages to the post office. And these are packages that sold in the last couple of hours. That's one online thing. And then you have Amazon, drop shipping, digital products. I was doing digital products for a while, and trust me, for example, my books that you can download, that will be in the link. Those are some of the digital products I've been selling. So look out for that because I love selling digital products. You don't have to have a bunch of products on you. But I have a huge space here, a huge office space. It's pretty big. So I'll be doing more videos and back. I'm going to try to see if I can put up one video per week, at least at a minimum. So to all my subscribers, if you miss me, I'm back. And I'm bold, and I did everything in my power to make myself better so that the material you get now is going to be some of the best material you've ever had. So I'm going to lay down some rules to show you how the next 30 days of your selling, if you're new, or if you're experienced and you want to grow, or if you're just trying to find a side hustle, how you can incorporate sales into your side hustle and be better. I'm going to give you some tricks that you can use to build your side hustle and build yourself in the next 30 days, right? So grab a piece of paper and grab a pen or pencil and make sure you write this down. Number one, don't underestimate the market. Don't underestimate the market. All right? The reason why you don't want to underestimate the market is because sometimes the things that if you infuse your personality into your sales strategy or tactic, you might fail. And the reason why you might fail is because your personality may not be in demand, but the products that you can offer, if you think outside the box, might just be in demand. And sometimes you can outwit your competition by delivering something that isn't as common as what other people, and create that much competition for yourself. I'll give you an example. You might have some stuff that you find at a garage sale or laying around your house that's uncommon, right? Somebody wants to just get rid of it to get some space going, and you say, this is uncommon. And all of a sudden, you buy it for like 25 cents or 50 cents, and then you resell it online. So for example, here's a power supply cord, 3-prong for a dryer, Kenmore, right? Now, this is used. It's in great condition, in great shape, but I could resell this item for at least $11, right? So if I paid a quarter or 50 cents for this item, I could resell it. Now, this is not an item that the average reseller would look for, because most people are looking for shiny things like fashion, clothing and jackets, fashion symbolisms, sunglasses, sneakers, boots, stuff like that. The usual common thing that the average seller thinks is important and they miss out on, because when you go online, you'll find a bunch of people with Tommy Hilfiger jackets, right? When you look up one type of Tommy Hilfiger jacket, or you look up like a Gucci belt, you're gonna see a whole bunch of different listings. But when you look up something like this, you're not gonna see as many listings, because these are the people who think outside the box. And here's a power cord for Xbox 360. Now, you might think that this wouldn't sell. You're probably like, this is just one piece, right? Now, if you have a Xbox 360, here's the fun part. If you sell the console by itself, you may not get a lot of money for it. But if you break it down into one piece, one cord, then the other cord that goes in here inside the adapter, and you sell the console, and then you sell the joysticks separately, you will make a lot more money than if you sold the whole thing in a bunch. Now, I know you're probably wondering, why would you do that? Now, Xbox 360, if you buy it in the store, you're probably going to be able to get it for $69.99, or online for even cheaper. There's might be some people selling for $49.99. But this is your opportunity to think outside the box, because a lot of people don't think about breaking it in pieces, right? Now, if I go to a garage sale and somebody gives me a really good deal on an Xbox 360 and say, you know what, I'll take 25 bucks. Great, thank you for making me another $80. Why? Because like I said, somebody will buy this power supply cord for at least what I just paid you. Just this part alone, not even the regular extension or the full piece extension. They will pay money for just this part. It's getting a little hot in my house, excuse me. They will pay money for just that part. And that's the greatest thing about thinking outside the box, right? And then the other part you can sell for 20 bucks. So I could sell this for 30, sell the other part for $20, or let's just say 15, right? So now that's $45. That's the asking price of a console. Now I can sell the console, because somebody might have these parts. I can sell the console by itself for another $35, right? So 45, now that's 75, $80, $80. Now we're already $10 above the asking price of a brand new one, not even used, right? We're $10 above. Now we sold the console, we sold everything that we have besides, and the core, and now we have the joysticks. We can sell a pair of used joysticks. We're at $80, right? For $25 or more. Why? Because used joysticks for Xbox 360 is going above $15.99, right? And the brand new one's still going to be $25.99 or even above if you go to a game store. So now I could sell the pair for $25, and at the minimum, that guarantee me an instant sale. But at the minimum, $25, bringing my total up to $105 on one console. Now, this is an example. I don't have the market price right in front of me, but this is what I learned in the last 30 days of selling because I had to go outside the box. Why? Because I had a lot of unique situations going on. One, I remember a long time ago, I used to buy a lot of coffee makers. I'm a big coffee drinker. And by the way, this coffee mug, I think I showed it to you guys before. Howell Caverns, one of my favorite places to go. So you never know what you can do, right, with selling. Because I used to buy a lot of coffee makers. I had up to 7 in my home. And the one I was currently using, the glass broke. And even though I already had 6 more, I don't know what was wrong with me. I wanted to buy a little small one, cheap. I think I was about to go on vacation. So, and I figured maybe I can, just take it with me on vacation so I don't have to have crummy coffee in a hotel. So I went and purchased the new coffee maker. And I said to myself, something happened with the wire of the filter or something like that, I guess. I said, yeah, this is tasting kind of funny because I think I did something to it by accident, broke it. But I said, I don't think I want this. So for some reason, I thought, I broke the glass. I'm probably not the only one who did this. And I went to go sell it for the price that I paid for the coffee maker. And, one of the things that I can't fathom is that I'm patient. I will wait a while until something sells. I will wait for it to sell. I thought to myself, if I put it online, it might take 6 months before it sells. So I placed the carafe online for $12.99. Buyer pays their own shipping. And it's sold. And that's exactly what I paid for it in the store. And I was so astonished by this. This happened about 8 years ago. And I said, wow, let me sell the other piece to the filter, right? So I sold the other piece to the filter for $7.99. And it sold. And I said, what if somebody has the carafe, but the shell or the container or the coffee maker itself, the body, isn't working very well? Mine is perfect, brand new. So I sold that for, I don't remember what I sold it for, but it brought me $40 above what I paid. And I said, I should keep doing this. So when I started going to yard sales, I would buy consoles for video games. I would buy a lot of different things, and I would buy things that people wouldn't understand. Why did I buy it? I bought it for parts. I'm not going to sell it as one thing. People might say, oh, you can't get much money for it if you sell that. Well, I don't intend to sell it by itself. I tend to break it down and sell it for parts. Okay? This works very well. So never underestimate the market. And plus, sometimes if you have a price in your mind, right, you may not get in on Amazon because you have too much competition. You may not get in on Facebook because you still, on eBay because you still have too much competition. But you might get in on Facebook Marketplace because the best sellers aren't really on Facebook Marketplace as much as you think they are. And they won't be. They know that they can get the price that they want. They can get everything going right on eBay, Amazon, and stuff like that. But don't ever underestimate what you use in order to sell. For example, I intend to sell some items on Facebook Marketplace very soon. But you never know what you can get for an item. My partner, Lauren, she had some pretty amazing prices that she was charging people for. And it was fair value because, if you get it for brand new in the store, it costs this much. And she did the right thing. She did her research. I showed her, a different strategy as far as online stuff. We worked together. She knew a lot of things about what's going on. And she was bold enough to mark for the price that she wanted. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, we only have a weekend to sell all this stuff. But she pulls through, she gets the sales. And now I know that you can get the sales for those items at the price you want. It's just that sometimes if timing is of the essence, you might want to be careful. But if you plan on doing this long term, then market for what you want it for, okay? Because you never know if the marketplace is going to help you out, all right? So, and number 2, write this down, consistency. A seller's greatest attribute is consistency. Do not undervalue the market. Do not underestimate the market. Do not overestimate the market, but stay consistent. Stay consistent, because this is how you know if you're a seller. If you wake up in the morning, even if you have a full-time job, and you're thinking about what you can sell or where you can go to get things to sell, you're a seller, all right? If you're thinking about being consistent, you're a seller. If you can post anywhere between 10 to 25 items per week, you are a seller. That's the consistency. You're not going to be saying, oh, I'm not going to post this week. You're not a seller if you're not going to post this week. You're just someone who's trying to get rid of stuff. I have to drink my coffee because it's going to get cold. Sorry. So if you're a seller, consistency is important. Stay consistent. Number 3. So consistency was number 2. Number 1, don't underestimate the market. Let me put this power cord away. Number 3, learn how to measure. Measurements are king. You want to learn how to measure everything. You want to learn how to measure. Measuring will help your sales increase, right? If you know the length and width of an item, and you can put those details in your postings, whether you're going to do Craigslist, Facebook, Amazon, eBay, measurements are king. And also know what you have. If you have a medium flat rate box, you want to know the measurements. You want to know the measurements going this way, just in case you need to send something out. You got to memorize the measurements in your head. You have to have the measurements down in your head, okay? You want to know the measurements because as soon as you get products to sell and you measure it, you say, this will go in a medium flat rate box. This will go in a small flat rate box. There's also another type of medium flat rate box besides the one that I have right here. Here's the other medium flat rate box, right? So there's this one and then there's this one. They're the same thing, they cost the same amount, and I think that the U.S. Postal Service did a great thing by creating 2 versions of this box. I love what they did, and they're a great partner of mine. They work for me. They work for me. I'm the seller, and one of my employees is the U.S. Post Office. If for some reason I'm selling and I can't get to, I can always go on my U.S. Postal app and schedule pickup if I can't get to the post office. Right? If I feel like staying home or, and just hanging out and just minding my business, I can always hire the U.S. Post Office to sell my merchandise. To actually deliver my merchandise or come pick it up for me. All right? So measurements are very important. Always know how to measure, right? Oh yeah, by the way, see this cord? I had to test it too. Just imagine. This was going to go in my first roll, but you guys know where I'm getting. We're not going to waste too much more time because I have to actually get this on YouTube, and I don't want to, spend too many minutes chopping the video up. So the next thing is, so I got you on consistency and measurements. Right? Because measurements are important. If you memorize measurements and you tell people measurements, something might not fit in the space that they want the item for. So I learned that in the last 30 days, you have to master your measurement skills. If you can memorize it, you can be faster, more efficient, and you can get your postings up a lot quicker, right? Number 4, efficiency. Efficiency. The best sellers know how to make it easy for themselves. Let me say that again. The best sellers know how to make it easy for themselves. This can go right into consistency, because if you have the ability to get a particular item over and over and over again, don't wait. Get it in bulk. If it's selling, get it in bulk. If you test market it and it's moving, get it in bulk. It will move. You got to get it in bulk. It will move, right? Efficiency. So keep that in mind. Now, there's some sellers that meet up with people, Craigslist, all that other stuff, and that's not efficient because it's taking up too much of your time. There's a lot of sellers that tell me they don't have time to do this, and oh, this takes up so much time, I can't really do something like this because it's too time consuming. I agree with you, because your method sucks. Your method is not efficient, and it doesn't work for you. It doesn't help you. You have to become efficient. If I wanted to mail out this cup, I should already know what kind of box I'm going to put it in, what kind of box I need to create. And yes, you can create your own box. You could create your own packaging. You can do whatever it is you need to do, but you have to make it efficient for yourself. I would never meet up with somebody to sell a cup. Why? I only meet up with people for items that I think I'm going to sell for $100 or more. I will not get in my car and drive to go meet someone in a sale for an item that I intend to sell for less than $100. And that's not $100 in cost. That's $100 in my return, my profit. The reason why is because my time's too valuable. I don't need to get in my car and go and meet with you when I have the ability to sell items where I'm making more than what I'm making coming to meet with you in person by just delivering it via internet. So the other thing about efficiency is know how to be flexible. If you're going to meet people in the marketplace and you're going to meet them to buy stuff, and they know they want to buy your stuff, there's another option, especially if you're using Facebook Marketplace. It's called Venmo, right? Get Venmo, because it's very important that you get people started on the right path, and you want to make sure that you get payments. All right. A lot of times when I meet up with people, sometimes I'll deliver an item. If I have an item and you pay me via Venmo and you pay me a small little fee, like if I say, all right, cool, I'm charging you $25 for this item or whatever. If I'm out and about, now, like I said, I don't want to contradict myself. Let's just suppose I need to go out shopping or to the grocery store, and you were close in the proximity and you wanted to buy an item from me for $25. And you said, I'll give you another $5 or $10 to deliver it, right? Depending on the dimensions, right? So I might say, okay, cool. You Venmo me $35 and I'm already going to be leaving. So all I have to do is come deliver it to your door really quick and then leave. Deliver it to your door, leave. That is awesome. I love it. It's very efficient and it works, right? So efficiency can also mean payment method, payment delivery, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of the above. Learn how to utilize these things because they're going to help you become more efficient as a seller. If you cannot incorporate efficiency in your sales process, you will fail to become a great seller. Not fail as a seller. You will fail to become a great seller because you will never be able to grow and peak and rise to the top. You'll always be at this lower level. Suppose you're selling an item for $30 and you keep screwing up trying to meet somebody. Or you're saying, oh, come over, and then they tell you, oh, I don't know if I can come over. Oh, I'm 25 minutes away. You're wasting all this time to make $30, right? Meanwhile, I got items for sale for 100, items for sale for 25. And I got all the stuff on the internet and it's selling, right? I can make a couple $100 a day. And then in the process of doing that, because that's automated, right? I can schedule that at nighttime to pick up for the next day. And I can come and meet you if I'm already going out to go get stuff. I can come and meet you and I can deliver stuff to you if I have to on my way out. And I'd rather deliver it to you and put it on your doorstep and keep it moving, right? I'll take a photo of the package and then put it on the listing and say, hey, I was at your door. This is the time I was there. Make sure you grab your package. I love to do stuff like that, right? So efficiency is very important in the sales process. You want to be as efficient as humanly possible, right? So I'm going to leave you with one more law, right? Or rule. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm going to keep doing more and more of these. I'm going to be talking about investing and what you need to do in certain markets. There's a last thing that is very important, right? And this is going to be hard for some people. Okay. Sales integrity. Sales integrity is going to help you grow as a seller. It's going to help you grow as a hustler. Sales integrity. What does that mean? Being honest. Being honest about your product. If you have a product with a hole in it, don't hide it from your customers. Let them know. Okay? If you have a pair of shoes and you only have one shoelace in one and no shoelace in the other, don't try to sell it off. Take photos of one with the shoelace and then try to hide the one without the shoelace. Don't do that to your customers. If they spot you, they're going to report you. Not only will they report you, they'll want a full refund because they won't feel like your product meets the standards that they had for what they wanted. You don't want that to happen. What you want to happen is fairness and honesty, and you want great feedback. You want to be top notch. You want things to work for you. Don't be one of those people who doesn't do the right thing. Don't be one of those people. All right? Make sure you're doing the right thing at all times. Make sure you're delivering quality products and be consistent with your integrity, right? This is a North Face jacket, the North Face, right? This is the real thing. Do not sell a knockoff and then give it the price of a real product. Your customers will discover that it's not real and they will give you bad feedback, okay? They will get your accounts suspended if you're on Amazon or eBay. They will tear you right down. They will not tolerate it and you will be given a lot of refunds. You don't want to do that. You want to maintain integrity. Integrity also means fair pricing things. Don't be one of those people who prices something that's looks worn $5 less than the retail price. You don't want to do stuff like that. That's actually pretty horrible. You don't want to do anything like that. Okay, you want to get it at a fair price, right? Like for example, if you have a used pair of shoes that you wore for 2 years and they're kind of worn, right? You paid $50 for them or they retail at $50 currently and you sell them at $45 or $40. That's not integrity. You might get the sale because there are some, if you go back to rule number 1, never underestimate the market. The truth is somebody may and will buy those and they might even fall victim to your logic, which means that they agree with you and they're on the same path as you. But it's not good for you as a seller because your reputation will follow you. And you want an expansive consumer base, not just customers that agree with you on that premise. You want a majority of sellers to agree with you. You want high outcomes, right? Much more results than just a few people that might agree with you somewhat, right? I'd rather have 30 customers than 2. I'd rather have 100 customers than 5. I'd rather have 200 customers at a fair price than 10 at what I think I should get, right? So you will sell the item, but you will not be able to sustain consistency, right? consistency is important. Consistency, efficiency, measurements, right? And integrity. It will help you grow and become a bestseller. This is Harry, aka The Brand Builder. I'm out. Make sure you subscribe, and thank you so much for watching the video.